Congrats.
Thank you.
Shug, can you take us through that final sequence where you got the strip and the layup? I mean, that's a, that's a high risk, high reward move right at that moment.
Just trying to put pressure on their players, trying to make it hard for them to get the ball in, and she fumbled it, and I went for it. But that just comes with how hard we play defensively the whole game, and that just showed in that final moment how much pressure we put on teams. And super proud of our team. I mean, we wouldn't be in that position without everybody contributing. But it was a team effort today.
Kiki, what are you learning about this team, or what are you noticing about this team? Have you guys learned to win these close games and learn to operate in these like high stress moments?
Honestly, I think Shug kind of touched on it, but we play team basketball, so on any given night it can be somebody else. Shakira was huge for us, and she's been pretty consistent these past 4 games. Sonia was huge for us the other night, so I think that's the most difficult thing about us is you can scout for maybe 2 or 3 people, but anybody can step up. Shug has had 2 great games back to back, so I think the biggest thing is that we just play team basketball. It's not all about one person, and I think the way we started our season, we kind of started in the gauntlet. We played like the toughest teams back to back to back. We've been in close games. We've had a game without Slim before as well, so we're just, we're learning from those games as well, and each and every day we're just getting better. We're having better chemistry, better synergy on the floor, and I think we truly saw that tonight.
And so, can you talk a little bit about Shakira, how her playmaking, and you've talked about this a little bit, how her playmaking is supplementing her scoring. I think she had another possession, she had the Euro step and dropped off for a pass and then kicked it out to Sonia for the 3 that was very reminiscent of the game winner the other night. How is she kind of rounding out her offensive game?
Yeah, she's one. I just think her approach, Kareem, like her coachability has just been off the charts. Wanting to be a good teammate, wanting to add to her game. She's always been a talented individual player, but now seeing the value, and that's what I think it is, just the value of passing and connecting and wanting to be a part of what we're building. And that comes with, spotting double teams, picking up teammates, talking to them about scouting reports, reminding them of certain things. We drew up a play, and it was to get her going, and then she was also like, okay, and make sure we have something going on the weak side, just like thinking of, her teammates, just in case there's a double. Who does that? And that type of player is someone who lifts her teammates up. And so just really pleased with how she's coming along, and just really proud of her.
Sydney, Shug touched on it a little bit with the pressure defensively, but you guys got 26 points off their turnovers, which is about double what they allow. What did you like most defensively to be able to make them that uncomfortable?
We really do have to play hard. I mean, they're so very, very good, and so New York is a special team. Minnesota is a special team, and having faced New York a couple times, like I think we realized that you just can't take plays off, like you just can't. So and Minnesota is the same. So I just think that we were playing hard and tough enough and trying to push through some things, being mindful of how dangerous they are from 3, especially in transition. So certain things like that.
Shug, I saw you and Jaden and Kira, jumping around after the buzzer. What does this just kind of mean to you guys, and what were you feeling kind of in that moment?
Just happy. I mean, we just having fun out there. Tonight was a reward for us. We've been playing super hard the whole season, and so we got us one tonight, and it felt good just to get back-to-back wins on the home floor. And I think we felt that tonight after the game when we was jumping up and down, excited and happy. We just having fun with it.
Sydney, just one more for you. Shug double figures in each of her last 2. What are you seeing her kind of put together? And Shug, if you want to weigh in on that too, feel free.
I mean, for us from a coaching standpoint, like her poise, her ball control has been wonderful. Her connection with the bench, she's always looking over. She has half the time she's got a play in mind, or she's asking for the play call, and she's really growing into being a leader. She's great in the huddles with our team in the game, and during the breaks. I mean, there's so many things. And then she and Jade are picking up 94 feet, and really, like, they're the first wave of our defense, you know. And I'm sure I'm speaking for Kiki and our other players. Like, when you see a player working that hard in front of you, like, you know, all right, you're jazzed up to, like, give your greatest effort. So you're seeing, you know, you've seen some scoring here, but Sug can score. She's doing so many other things that we see and celebrate, and I'm glad she had these moments, and she'll have more. But we see her, and that's the wonderful thing about being around her and having her come in the gym every day.
I'll direct this one towards Sug, but Kiki, you can jump in as well. For Kira, we talked about what she's been able to do on the offensive side and contribute as a whole, but from an energy perspective, it seems like she really fuels you guys and is able to just bring that extra level. Can you speak to that and just what she adds to this team from that perspective?
I mean, like you said, she brings a certain type of energy. I mean, every time she scores, every time she getting an and-1, every time she getting a rebound, every time she getting a block, like, she's screaming, like, she's showing you, like, let's go. Like, I think that we pick up on that, and when she does that, that just brings another type of energy to us. And so what she's doing is amazing. I mean, what she did tonight, I mean, sometimes I was just looking at her like, wow, like, it's crazy what she's doing. So super proud of her, and super proud of this team for what we're doing right now.
Can you have anything to add?
I think, you know, Sug said it. I think Kira has been she's gone through so much. Even just, I've only been with her for one season already, and even when she was out, she was the same way that she is on the court, and I'm just super happy that she has her opportunity. She's capitalizing on her opportunity, but she's just huge for me. Playing with somebody like that only gets me better. She's always supporting me, one of my biggest cheerleaders, but she definitely gets us going. Even in moments when we're down, she still has the biggest energy. She's like, we can always come back. Even if we're down 20, we can always come back. So I think she's probably the Energizer Bunny for our team for sure.
And then Sydney, one for you.
Yeah.
Bringing in, playing against Minnesota, best team in the league. I know they're out they don't have Fee, but you guys also don't have Slim. Talk about the process and the process of this year for the team. What's it tell you about where you guys are at in your process?
I think we're learning. You know, I shared, you know, you've been there, Kareem and Jen, like you saw us early in the season. We were getting destroyed, you know, on the boards, you know, and so that was something we had to focus on. Turnovers. We're throwing the ball over the place. Now we seem to, you know, Sug's been outstanding with that in the last 5 games. But as a team, like, just bringing that down. So just kind of like adding things to our plate to be more efficient, but always playing hard and always playing together. And so I can coach that. You know, I can coach when they're tight as a group. All right, and they're coming to compete. You know, we can kind of give them some things to try to put themselves in the best situation to win basketball games. And so I just see steady growth, but I've always seen the fight, and I'm always seeing them. You know, that sisterhood. You know, it's really important.
Hi, Deidria here. So my question is for you, Sydney, first. At the beginning of the season, you said that you wanted the team to play with joy, and it seems like they are playing with a lot of joy. Can you speak to how that's affected games and keeping the team in it?
That's one of our pillars. You know, we talk about that a lot. We want to work really hard. We want to get better. We want to be, you know, direct with each other in terms of our communication, in terms of what we need or how we see each other. There's a certain humility that we want in terms of just how we work. And joy. Like, I don't, you know, this is an awesome game. It's not life or death. You know, it's just a wonderful, you know, way to go about your life, and it's just such a privilege. So to be able to have some sisters that, you know, and have some memories that will last a lifetime. I've experienced that as a player. I want that for them as players. It's real. It's real. I just want them, and I'll, you know, attach Kira on that. I said this to the coaches. She looks like she's having a lot of fun playing basketball. Yeah. So, you know, I love the fact that Kiki can see and acknowledge that Kira's had some, you know, just injuries and things that she's had to work through. It's great recognition on her part. But now we can see someone who's just joyfully playing this game, you know, and that's a cool thing to kind of witness and be a part of.
And second question for both Shug and Kiki. You guys have now scored in double digits for both games. And I just wanted you guys to talk about your process coming into these games and how you feel that your games have been translating, because you both have had increases from college and last season in terms of your scoring.
I mean, I don't look to. First thing I don't look for is to score. I just look to organize the team and be a leader first, and make sure that I bring energy defensively, and everything else just comes. So I think every single day I just try to bring what I can, and that's the energy part, and that's the defensive part, and then hitting open shots. I mean, we're swinging the ball, we're playing as a team, so when I have open shots, shoot them and make them. So I think that's just part of that scoring that's coming each game. But I'm just trying to focus on what I can to help this team win every single night.
Yeah, for me, I think it's just continuing to work on slowing the game down for myself, and just really embodying the idea of slow is pro, and kind of just letting the game flow to me. I think, in college, it's going to every single time, but truly, we play as a team that anybody can kind of go off, and I think something that my coaches have challenged me to do is to be a playmaker for my teammates, and what else can I do? Can I get more assists? Can I impact on defense? So I think for me, it's kind of not being narrow-minded on scoring and seeing how can I affect the game in a multitude of ways. So I think that's something that I'm still working on, but something that I feel like I've gradually gotten better at.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Great.
Last question to Jade on Zoom. Jade?
Coach Johnson, I don't know if it's been discussed just yet, but really quickly, just the passion that we see on the sidelines from you a little bit. There's one against the Wings, and then again tonight against the Lynx. Can you talk about the passion that we see when it comes to defending your players, and making sure that version of leadership that we also get to see on that side?
It's an easy group to try to fight for. I don't want to get technicals. I don't want to make this about me, but I have a role to play in terms of joining them, and it's I tell them every day I'm having the time of my life. So when I see them putting their best foot forward and just putting it all out there, and someone challenges us, we got to circle the wagons, so that's all that is. But don't expect that, game in and game out, just something that happened in the moment. That's all.
All good. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
That's it. Thank
All right,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.